All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to probably the last streaming for this topic. I've streamed before about Visual Studio Code extensions. I probably will come back to this, but then I took a break and looked into KEDA. It was really interesting, and we are still writing our external KEDA scaler on Kubernetes. If this is the first time you are watching this, to give you a small recap, we are creating an external scaler based on .NET Core gRPC, based on Twitch. So what happens is that we deploy our deployment in the Kubernetes cluster. We install KEDA in the cluster. We install our own external scaler, which we called kaboom. I'll explain what it does in a minute. We install, I keep saying install, I should say deploy. We deploy our external scaler, kaboom, and then we create a scaled object in the cluster that will inform this scaler, like, look, I need to scale based on your metrics. This external metrics, kaboom, external scaler, will listen to our Twitch stream, the one that we are in right now in my channel. And if someone sends the word kaboom, our external scaler will pick it up as a chatbot and then will scale our cluster or our deployment to many objects. Sorry, to many pods. If the chat message, rather than kaboom, it's fist, fssst, then the deployment will be scaled down to two pods. Last stream, we were very close. Like, I was doing this with Code and Coffee and David Wengia and his friends from his channel when he made the raid, and we were very close to getting this right. The last minute, after towards the end of the stream, it just wouldn't work. And this is the beauty and the ugliness of live streaming. So I decided not to waste everybody's time. I was going back and forth. Sadly, in the tweets, they already, not the tweets, in the chat, they already gave me enough hints that I should have seen this. But I think it's the pressure of wanting this to work, and the last minute made me not see. So when I closed the stream, I took a deep breath and I thought, along with the messages that were sent in the chat, I realized my problem. So let's check the code and see what the problem was. Let's switch to our code. This is where we are. Minikube is working. I always do this. Minikube Docker environment. Now, if we say Docker PS, we'll see that everything is working fine. Let's check our deployments in the cluster. You can see that we have the previous kaboom, and we have the deployment that we are trying to scale. There's only one of each. If you check the code, or if we check the code, gonna increase this. No, this is too much. Yeah, this way. If you check the code, you'll see that in our service, oops, I'm still not used to this. In our external scalar, this is what we have done. In the constructor, we get the logger. And then we have a new method. It's called new. It's not new. It's called new. This new method will be called from KEDA within the cluster to my external scalar. This is a gRPC service method. It calls it every time that it wants to get the metrics. This is one of the problems that we have encountered. I was under the impression that the new is only created once, or is called once you create the scaled object in the cluster. So the scaled object is, let's show you. The scaled object is the custom resource definition, or that defines the will or that you want a cluster a deployment to be scaled according to some values. So we are creating a scaled object with the name, and we are targeting the my ASP app deployment to scale, and the trigger is the scalar is external, and this is the address of which we are going to get the metrics from within our cluster, and these are the parameters that we are going to send. KEDA will grab this information and will send it to our external scalar to initiate getting the metrics. I was under the impression that the new method is only called when you create this. So if you k or kubectl apply this file, then KEDA will have a trigger, and okay, a new scaled object is created. What is the address? It's external scalar. Let's call the new method or the new service a gRPC service on that scalar. It's called once. All right, everything is fine. Awesome. Now I'm gonna keep pulling this scalar and say get metrics, get metrics, get metrics. Now the surprise was that new is actually called every time get metrics is also called. So this is the problem one. If we go back here, sorry, to our external scalar, whatever initialization that we are doing here, it's being overwritten every time KEDA wants to get the metrics. So this is the first problem. The second problem is that, of course, this is where we create the Twitch connection of the the WebSockets connection that keeps listening to the chat and figures out that there's a message coming and then brings it. So this is where you initialize it. The second important part is this. Let's come to the message. Oh, no. Let's stay here. Let's stay. This method Thank you, Omar. Ibrahim. You're most welcome, man. It's I'm glad that you're here. It's long time no see indeed. All right, I think this is gonna be fun. So this method, if you see, is an event handler for the event that's called onMessageReceived for the Twitch client. So now if we run this, you'll see that if we were running this, you would have seen Abdul Karim's message popping up in our message received method. Here, if we had a breakpoint, you would see that it said long time no see. So this is the handler of receiving new messages. In this handler, this is where the game is I'll allow the chat, the people on the chat, to scale my cluster based on the word kaboom. So if someone sends a message that contains kaboom, I will set the state to 10. I'll come back to what 10 is and what is not, but I'll set it to 10. Otherwise, if it has the word fssst, then it will scale down my deployment to 2. Alright, so I'm setting this state. State is a member in my scaler. IsActive is a method that we are just returning true because not now, Ibrahim. All right. So what we will do, what we will do is we'll return true all the time here. getMetrics is the service method from the gRPC in our scaler that will be called every 10 seconds from KEDA, asking it about the metrics. Like, what's happening? Do I need to scale? Give me this number. Give me the number that I should scale for. So, sorry, this is the getMetrics spic. We'll come back to this one. I was talking about this, getMetrics. So what happens is that we prepare a response, and based the metric name is kaboom, and the value is state. State is the member that we have set based on the message. So if this is 10, we are going to return 10. If it's 2, we are going to return 2. All right. The problem is that getMetrics used to always return 0 all the time. Can you guess why? This one used to be 0 all the time. It was so obvious at that I couldn't see it. And of course, if you're not if you're not in the context of this whole thing, you probably would have missed it too. It's simply because state is not static. State is not static. And on every call to our server, the external scaler, there's a new instantiation for the external service. So we have a new external service every time. State is 0. We are creating a new connection every time, a new client for the chat. And we are trying to listen to the messages. State is 0. getMetrics is called, is returned, and then someone sends kaboom in the messages. It comes, but it's not doing anything because the next getMetrics is called is instantiating a new instance of our state is 0. So, in order for us to fix this, before we fix it, let me delete yeah, you can see this. Okay, what do I want to do? Okay, git pods. I will do what? I will, first of all, I will build the yeah. First of all, I'm gonna put this as static, private. And the state as well, static. If what? Only on Mac. Control page down. Yes, control page down. Control page down to scroll without moving the cursor. All right. So, because this is going to be called every time, we are going to wrap this around if the client is not null, then create it. So we do this. We say if client is not null, or is null actually, then do this. Now, making this static and making it that we create only one instance of it on the new request. Oh, Cardano is here too. This is awesome. Actually, I made a deployment. I should delete it because it's working now, but I want to show the code here because I need to do this favor for the ones who missed it last time. So now that the client is static, I'm checking on it before being instantiated. If it's there, if it's not there, then create one. Otherwise, don't create one. This code, of course, is not optimal because there can be different scalars. Sorry, there can be different deployments that need this scalar. So we are assuming that there's only one deployment and there's one scaled object that is invoking it. So this is going to be working in our case, but temporarily. We're going to come back and see like if the request metadata is actually for some other scaled object other than the one that we have created before, then we create another one. So this probably can be, rather than a single object, we can have a dictionary of objects, one per each resource scaled object created. And then, I think this is it. I think this is it. All right. So we are going to build the image. We are building now. Now the image is built. If I kill the pod, this is scaling because kaboom is created, because I fixed the images before. I'll clear this one. K delete pods kaboom. Actually, I probably need to copy this one. It will be another one will be created from the new image, and now I also need to delete the deployment. The deployment of the demo app, because we already have 10 instances there. Or should I delete the deployment, or let me see. I think I think it will be scaled down because we just created a new kaboom. And then let's see. This is a nice tool to test your gRPC services. In previous streams, I already exposed my kaboom scaler to my host. So if you check the services here in the Kubernetes guy, you'll see that in the services I have two services. This is the internal one. This is not exposed out to the cluster, and then there's another service that exposes my external scaler pod out of the cluster like node port in to my host. So this is the IP address and the port. So if I say git metrics, you'll see that kaboom is 0, and I don't know if okay, git pods, we still have this many. Let me delete them. How do I delete them? Okay, delete pods all. No, not all. I think if I say git this one, huh? Oh, git pods this one, and if I say that I want the output in YAML and see the label, and then we say I don't have a moderator, and I thought that I'm not famous enough to be discovered by the bots, and now I have these ugly messages. Alright, this means that it's time to put a moderator or a bot that cleans these messages out. Anyway, try to ignore these messages, please. So if I say git delete pods, it's gonna say, you know what, git delete help. Oh, nice. How can I supply a label? Delete pod service bozo. Name my label, minus L. Okay. Oh, Jason, you're here. Oh. Thank you, man, for the nice words. So, okay, delete the label, my ASP app, I think it was. Oh, okay, delete pods. No resources found. Ah, it was name equal. Name equal. Still no resources found. Minus L name. Delete pods minus L name. The namespace, my namespace is default. Still. No. Oh, here you go. Because this guy took some time. Now, okay, now in KEDA, there's a cooling period when this matrix retains 0. It does not just scale down the deployment. It gives it some time because if there's some workers that are doing some stuff, and so there's a cooling period. So once we created that new image, and we created a new pod of that image, the one that we just did, and started returning 0, it took some time before it scaled down to that one. Now our scaled object is actually still running. It's the same scaled object. The only difference is that it has the right access token. I put my access token before, and I said k apply -f scaled object, enter, and then I deleted that. So it's the same scaled object that we had from last time. Now let's see k git pods -w. Now -w means watch, like it's gonna keep looking at the pods and updating our console. Now, my dear people in the chat, you can send kaboom and see if things are going to work or not. Let's see, kaboom. I hope. Let's see. The nice test that we can do is that we get this one. Ah, here you go. There is actually a problem. We are not retaining. It's not retaining correctly. It should be retaining more than 0. It seems that we have the same problem before. We didn't solve it. No. All right. Let's see the logs. Okay, logs. Of what? Okay, logs. Okay, git pods. Okay, logs kaboom, and we'll see that we have problems. All right, the authentication failed. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's create a new deployment. I'm gonna delete this. I will do. I'll paste the token here. Last time I was under peer pressure from my guests. They, I was pushed to show my token in an indirect way. I showed my token. I feel so bad. This time I'm not gonna show my token. Sorry if I keep drinking. This time I'm gonna stick to my. Ta-da! I don't know if you have seen this. People in the last stream, they liked it. Oh yeah, I should put here. Dangerous. Doing some secrets. All right, so I will while you are watching this dangerous act, I will paste my token in the scaled object file. I'm gonna close the file. And then I'm going to show my code again. And then I will create a new scaled object. Okay, apply -f scaled object. So now we say kgit pods -w. Shall we try again, my dear people, friends? I'm hoping that you're not gonna hate the word kaboom anymore. Kaboom doesn't work. Doesn't work. Since everybody left. We don't believe in you, man. Alright. I think I'm gonna send kaboom myself. Let me open the chat. Let's see. Where is my Firefox? Yep. All of the documentations, reading all of them. Chat. Yes. So open new. I'll just pop it on another stream. Another screen. Put this again here. Open Twitch and navigate to my channel and channel. And then this is your last chance to scale my cluster. This is your last chance to scale my cluster. This is your last chance to scale my cluster. This is your last chance to scale my cluster. Okay. Everybody's left. Okay. Everybody's left. I shall create my cluster. You say create my cluster. Inide is kaboom. 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 Now. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, that's good. Maybe I should put this on the side a little bit. Put this on the side a little bit. Put this on the side. Minimize it. Open. Open Bloom RPC. Open Bloom RPC. Open Bloom RPC. And then see. And then see if we're getting anything different. If we're getting anything different. We are not getting anything different. We are not getting anything different. I know. We're gonna keep doing this game. We're gonna keep doing this game. It's because now that we made it static. The new scaled object is creating a new. But it says I already have a client here. 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 It says if we go to here, we already have a client with invalid token. So we need to kill this pod. So we say okay. This is at the beginning of the stream. This is what I said, that we need to make it a little bit smart. Like if it's the same scaled object or if it's changed scaled object. Okay, delete this pod. Now it's deleting it, and because we have a deployment of it, it's going to create a new pod. So if I say okay, git pods, you'll see that we have a new image. Now, the new image will not have that static instance, hopefully. And then KEDA will send the new method. And then it will get the metrics. And then JSON would say kaboom. And then let's see if we are getting anything different from here. Nope, we are not. All right. I feel so bad. Let's see why. Okay, get logs of kaboom. Oops. There's nothing with. Oops, not. Oh, Okay, logs, kaboom. Oh, here you go. Still returning 0. Yeah, it's just not working, is it? Received external scalar. Do we have, because I put a log in the message received here. So it should be message received. Do we have anything? Oh, we have it. You know what? Because it's a caps lock maybe, and it's comparing it with caps lock, I think. So let's send a small one. You did? You did? Uh-oh. Then why would it be? So state is actually static, isn't it? Static. And I'm only creating a client, which client is already also a static. If the client is null, then create a client. If it's not null, jump off. And in the get metrics, we get the state. All right. Oh, let's see the logs again. Maybe there's nothing wrong with. Maybe there's nothing wrong with our scalar, but the KEDA operator has a problem. Good idea. Let's see. Git metrics. Yes, it's called. I think these are old ones, but they're all zeros. You know what? It has been a while since it's called. So 1037, and now let's do it again and find git metrics. Yeah, git metrics is returning 0. But what time? 1040. No. We don't have time here, do we? Yeah. Oh, but then it's after 1040. So it is being called. I think that was the last one. You know what? I think it's git metrics is the one I'm invoking. It's this one. But it might not be being invoked from KEDA. Let's see the logs of the operator. So git pods, the namespace KEDA, and then we get this fellow here. Logs this guy on a namespace KEDA, and then you know what, pipe this to code so we can see it in a nice way, and jump to the end and see if we have problems. Failed to create metrics pick kaboom scalar. Why? Failed to check HPA for a possible update. Detected reconciling. Detected reconciling. What is this? These are not failing. So this one's failed. This one is not failing. Could it be that it's... Yeah, still failing. All right. Has new been called? Let's see if in the logs. Okay, logs kaboom, and see if new is being called. Get metrics is being called, but is new being called? New is called. Yeah, it is being called. All right. If it's static, is it being reset somewhere? No. I think it is, man, because I check the age. Let me expand this. Kaboom scalar, 6 days. No way. Could it be? Okay, we can just delete it. Okay, no, Docker images. Remove. Yeah, maybe. Docker images remove. Kaboom scalar latest. No, image. Error response from daemon, unable to remove repository reference something container, something is using it. Oh yeah, I have to kill the deployment. Okay, git deployment. Okay, delete deployment kaboom, and then remove the image. Okay, it's deleted. Docker images. Alright, there's nothing. Now we build. It's successfully built. And we have the kaboom scalar latest again 5 seconds ago. Now we let's delete the scaled object as well. Okay, delete, because I want to start from scratch. Okay, delete. You know what? No, I don't have to. I'm gonna keep it. we need to deploy. Now the deployment is scaled object kaboom scalar. What was it? Kaboom scalar deployment. K apply minus file kaboom scalar deployment created. I'm hoping that because we haven't changed anything in the deployment file, that because we didn't change anything in the deployment file, then the services would pick the right deployment. So if I get metrics, it's still working. Cool. It's working. So git pods, the service itself is working. Now kaboom. Put this in a W, watch, and this thing is still not getting it. Why? Alright, K logs kaboom. Is there anything, say, kaboom or message received? This one is only at 1048. So yeah, message received kaboom kaboom kaboom. I'm guessing that it's the latest, so let's get the logs. I agree, needs more logging. All right. Let's first we have a logging in the isNew cold. We have logging on message received. Yeah. Where should we add the logging? Get metrics. We already have metrics there. How about state equals 1 when it gets any message at all? So you're saying on message received, state equal 1. How do you like this? We can do this, even though that's like this. I don't think it's being reset anyway. All right. There must be something missing. Let's just read the code one last time. We have a static private client and static private state. When the new is called, we check if there is a client If there isn't, then create it with the channel name and access token and Twitch name. I'm sure of these. And then with the credentials, we create the socket, and that's it. If a new call is called, it's gonna see that client is not null. It's gonna skip this one. And then on the message received, it's gonna set state to 1, which is already private, already static. If the message contains kaboom, it's gonna set it to 10. If the message you called fissst, it's gonna set it to 2. There is active, does not have anything. Get metrics though, get metrics. Get metrics first. We get get metrics called with state equals something, and then we retain the state. Let's just one last time see it if it's yeah, it's all 0. Right. Okay, I can't think of anything else so far. If we go along with this, I probably maybe we should put this one as well in the other messages. Yeah. So here, new is called. And on here, message received. Oops, why is it complaining? Ah, there's no E date time. What do we have, Mr. E? There's no E here as well. Sorry. Date. I lost it. Yeah. Correct. Wow, I even forgot how to do this. If you do the interpolation, then outside. No. Should we? Why is it not also remember that it cannot be? Oh, of course, it's a property. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. All right. So let's take this again. And here we have an E event. Here we don't. So we put this. And where do we have log as well? And here as well. Okay. Happy, Jason? Let's clear this. Look our images. docker, we already have the delete or rm. Remove this one. Oh yeah. Okay. Delete. Okay, git deployments. Okay, delete deployment kaboom, and then remove the image, and then rebuild the image. Build the image. And then we make sure that we have images. 6 seconds ago. We haven't deployed. Apply the file. Apply the file. Kaboom. Scalar. Deployment. I'm gonna delete the resource scaled object. Okay, delete. Okay, git scaled objects. Okay, delete scaled object. Kaboom, scaled object. And then okay, apply minus file scaled object. It's created. Okay, git pods minus namespace KEDA. Okay, logs this guy. Let's see. Scaled object is created. Cool, this means that it's working. Okay, logs kaboom. New is created. That's good. Then we get the metrics here. Yay! Let's get the git pods. It's working. Jason has just scaled my cluster. Fist. This git pods minus w. Now the fist part is even trickier because, like I said in the stream before, it's there's a cooling period. So once, let's see here, yeah, you can see the metrics value is 2, but the pods are still 10 because KEDA will refrain from scaling down the minute it sees that the git metrics is less. So it's gonna say, oh no, I know that you want me to scale down. I'm just gonna give some time and then scale down. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Maybe if I open a new one here, I don't know if K will be able to. Okay, still running. I wanted, what do I want to do? I wanted to get the logs of the kaboom and see if there is fist. Yes, there's fist. Thank you so much. Of course it's fist because it's 2 now. I also wanted to check the logs of the operator. Let's get the logs of the operator. And see reconciling. I think like I was taught by Colin Coffee. I don't think I'll see anything from KEDA here. Maybe I should see, because I don't know if it spits the logs of scaling down. Let's instead logs kaboom and follow. Yeah, it keeps pulling, but it's not scaling down. Could it be it maybe requires much more time? You gotta love this message. The problem is between the screen and the chair. Indeed. All right, I'm gonna just give it a little bit more time. I think there's documentation. There's documentation. This one. The cooling period. The cooldown period. Oh no, KEDA. All right, we had this an opportunity for another pull request. All right, so if that's the case, I know that they are generating the documentation. Oops. I know that they are generating the documentation from a source code. So let's see again. Cool down period. Okay. Let's go to the repo itself and search for cool down. Is there a documentation? I think this is the scale deployment. This is the handler. We can read the code, or we can read the documentation. Should we read the code or the documentation? Oh, here you go. I think 5 minutes. The cooling period is 5 minutes. This is not nice. Has it been 5 minutes? Or is it, maybe I should have set it explicitly in the scaled object. Oh, here you go, it's terminating. That's good. We did it. All of us. Thank you so much, Jason. I have no idea what the problem was, actually. I didn't change the code. We just added logs. I think it's the order of what you build first. Correct? Because what? I didn't change the code. We are just total legends. You are, my friend. We are, indeed. Yeah, the problem is the question is we didn't change anything. So if in the future you have this, I think we have to figure out what exactly happened. Why, when we created a new deployment of the scaled object, it did not just return the right value. It kept returning 0, 0, 0. I think until we deleted the deployment, but even when we deleted the deployment, I don't know, my friend, I don't know. All right. Now it's only scaled to 2. Maybe you can try kaboom again. Let's try kaboom, just for the fun of it. Kaboom! Wow, that was fast actually. That was fast. Did you see that? That was fast. I think the cooling period was not too much fun, I think. We should put it down. That's nice. That's nice. Now we can call this a success. The things that I'm not happy with though is that this means let me put my secret again. I'm just gonna remove the token so I can show you the scaled object. Go to scaled object, remove this fellow, and then come back to coding. You can see that here we are creating a scaled object. We are saying that this is the deployment that we want to scale. Yeah. If there's another hey, of course, man. Functional programming comes first, even when you type the code. It's the opposite. Anyway, so you missed the fun, but it's all right. Jason scaled the cluster, and it worked. We can fist it now. Wanna try the fist? F triple ST, but it's gonna take 5 minutes to cool down the cooling period. Sorry if I keep looking there because the chat is there. I'll look at the chat. So yeah, so it's yes, let's do this. From the documentation we saw that the cool down period is this. So we are going to put it under just above triggers, cool down period 10. I hope this is 10 seconds, not 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put my secret thingy, put my token again, close the file, put coding again, and then we haven't changed anything on the we need to arrange a webinar for you. I'm so ready, man. I am so ready. Whenever you want, I'm so happy to do it. Yeah, so we have the scaled objects. We have the scaled pods. What we need to do, create a new deployment. No, not create a new deployment. What we need to do is to create a new scaled object. Yeah, so clear this, delete the scaled object, delete the scaled object, and then apply it again. What do you think, Jason? Okay, get pods. How about our RPC? It returns 1. No, wait a second. A message received. But it's not kaboom. And it's not fist. So it's 1. So this is gonna keep happening. Is it 10 seconds? No. No. Now we are setting it to 1 with the last messages. We set it to 1 for every message. This message will set it to 1. Let's see. Send fist again and see if it's gonna set it to 2. I want to see 1 pod. Sorry, no. Alright. I don't know if the cooling period is going to work actually. Oh, here you go. It's terminating. Woohoo! It's working. That's nice. That's cool. So how fast is this without the video? Nice, nice, nice. Ah, someone fist. Ah, all right. Nice. This is awesome. Just final explanation. I probably didn't explain this properly. KEDA will still depend on the horizontal pod scaler behind the scenes, and there's a formula that, because this is one of the problems, or not problems, I found it in KEDA critical to grasp. The scaling up and down is depending on a continuous reading of some sort of a metric. It makes sense in queues. Queue has its length is going up and down. Processing messages 50, 20, CPU percentage, memory, RAM, it's going up and down. But an event like this, like something happened, period, it does not have a number. It's not really a metric. It's an event. In KEDA, you have and HPA, the horizontal pod scaler in Kubernetes, you have to translate this to a number, because they say this number that you're gonna give us is going to represent how many scalars pods you want us to have. In our case, because in the initial, I'll show you this get metrics pick, the target size is 1, means that I want 1 pod for each 1 value of the metrics. So if I get 5 divided by 1 is 5, so I'm going to scale to 5 pods. If I put this to, for example, to 10, or let's say, to make it easier, to 2, I want 1 pod for each 2 values that comes from the metrics. If the get metrics returns 10, then it says I already have 2. I want 1 pod for each 2 values from here. So 10 divided by 2, you're gonna get 5. So this is why we have these 10 and 2. It's not really, you are not really saying scale to this number specifically. It's going to to depend on this number and on this number. Now, things that we need to fix as well. Like I said, it's this one assumes the way that we set it up assumes that we have one scaled object that's going to be created in our cluster, and once it's created, there's going to be one client that is configured based on that. But if, for example, another scaled object that's going to depend on Twitch to deploy another to scale to another deployment, we will have a problem, because we are going to come here, the new request is going to pick it up. It's gonna say, I only have one client, I'm not gonna create a new client, it's not gonna work. Instead, we will have to have some sort of a dictionary. So for each new that we receive, we check the metadata. If the metadata is exactly the same as the one that we had before, then we keep the client. If the metadata has something different, like for example a name of the metric, then we create a specific metric for that metric name, and we keep this in some sort of a static dictionary of clients. And once, I don't know if clauses scaled object reference. Yeah, it sends the scaled object reference, so we can close specifically each client of these. Let's commit our code, because I'm going to I already have a Git repository for this. Let me see how I can get it. If we go to this, if you have hub and browse, you'll see that it's here. I'm just going to paste this in the chat. I'll push the code. All right. Thank you so much. I'll push the code to this one. I am not sure if I should do the cleanup in the stream and everything. I don't know. I'd like to hear from you if you want to continue the stream and clean the code based on the metrics names and henceforth we can do it. Whether it is today or next week, or we can wrap this series of streams about KEDA, and then we can jump to another stream, another topic. If it's that, then the other topic I have in mind is building a Visual Studio extension that hides the secret on YAML. So in my case, I wouldn't need to hide the whole file from you, so you don't see the token. I would just the extension would just hide that portion of the YAML file or JSON. I have already built this partially with Code and Coffee and David Windia and friends on previous streams last year, but we built it in a not so nice way. It was regular expressions. Since then, I talked to the people who run the YAML extension for Visual Studio Code, the default one, the most popular one, and they advised me that they're not going to take that feature. They are going to, but they advised like you can take the code and use it. Of course, it's open source. And build another extension. So it's either this or we continue cleaning up the code. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, yeah, Let me try do the cleanup now, since usually I take 2 hours for the stream. It's already 1 hour and 22 minutes. I don't know if we can finish a lot, but let's do this and try to finish as much as possible. For this one, let me just remove the token and push my code. I'm gonna save this one and then go back to coding. This is where the token was. What will I do? I will see. Yeah, we just added logos and stuff. I think we can remove the we can remove what? We can remove the extra log. Yeah, the state one. Let's do this. Let me do that. Just remove this line because it's not going to make things nice. Git add dot, git commit. Scala works. No. This is the worst message that could be. Fair enough. Let's tie the loose ends. We are going to finish the stream when we are really happy with our code and nothing else that we need to do. Let's do this. All right. Okay. I don't like Scala works now. So what we did is move what? Move stat and Twitch client, or change state and Twitch client to be static. Maybe we can add a new line. Did you remove state 1? Yes, I did. I hope you are not upset, Jason, that I removed state equals 1. I know it was your suggestion. It was a beautiful suggestion. It was very nice. But I think I have to remove it. Alright. I can't remember how we can do a new line. I think so. I wanted to say more. Maybe is it like this? New line. At this point, Scala worked nicely. Worked fine. What do you think? Would this put the new line? Let me see. Git commit description new line. I'm very novice in these things. Minus m. Okay. Git commit minus m. Change state and Twitch client to be static. At this point, scaling works fine. Scaling works fine. Fine. Sobel. scaled it up and down. Cool. Right. Do more kabooms to increment state. The more kabooms, the more states that we have. That would be nice. Yeah. You know what? I've been doing something you like, Code and Coffee, because you told me this. I'm very nice English. I have a to do. We already did this at Twitch chatbot API. We capture new metadata parameters. We already did this, but we can change it to. We can change it to what? Create multiple clients and metrics based on metrics metadata. Integer parse on a command to set size. Yeah, maybe we can do this, or maybe on how many O's in the kaboom. But this is gonna require regular expressions. Kaboom! Nice. Okay. Create multiple clients and metrics based on metrics data. Clause implement clause properly for which clients. Scale based on how many kaboom messages received, increments. Man, I don't know. You're gonna give me this magic, beautiful magic about using parsers. Maybe write a small compiler to do this. Look, you know what? I'll be very interested. I'll be very interested on you guiding me into this. I'd love to hear what you say. So this one, or I know this is not good English, or how based on how many O in kaboom O's. What else do we need to do? Close the connection. Let's look at the code. And also on scale down. This applies to fist as well. clean the code. Target size. The target size, we are gonna keep it as well as is, I think. The get metrics, yeah. This is all going to change once we change stuff. This is the task list. Anyone have any? Oh, I keep doing this. Anyone have any suggestions beyond these tasks? So if we remove the greet service and we create multiple clients and metrics based on the metrics metadata, so that new scaled objects will not disrupt existing ones, or the opposite, the existing ones will not disrupt the new ones. Implement clause properly for Twitch clients, which is going to depend on the second task, and then scale based on how many kaboom messages received as increments, or on the how many O's. Kaboom to character array where C character is equals O and get the count. Yeah, but how do you know that this is the kaboom? Because kaboom with 2 letters is not as kaboom with 10 letters. No. What do you think? Wait a second. Let's go here. Get metrics. Yeah. No, wait, not here. If the message contains kaboom, then I would count the, for example, the O's. Yes. But how can I discover the word kaboom? If it's this one, it's not gonna be the same anymore. So I will not be able to discover it. So I need to use some sort of a regular expression to capture any thing like this. And not this, not kaboom, because it's kaboom. If we do it in increments, I would still just use loops and ifs on the string. I'm not sure how we are going to be able to capture it. So if the message is, I think, you know what? We need also to create unit test because we have 0. If the message is, hi there, I am Jezebel, kaboom, now your cluster is, now your deployment is scaled. If I have a string like this, I need to capture this one. And this say I have this one. I need also not to capture this one. And I also, if I have this one. But anyway, like this is too much case. Let's focus on this one. That's genius. I should change the screen to here. Really, I should put the chat window just under the screen so I can look. Ah, yes, you are right. Not yes, you are right. And also the font is very small. All right. I want to create a test, but I don't want to do it right now. We only have 20 minutes. I'd like to keep it in the 2 hours level. Let's do the kaboom based on this one. I like this one. I like it. Okay. Remove this line. I'll just copy this. JSOL is really hardcore. Like, can you see? Like he really sent a regular expression on the chat live. Man, you're awesome. I don't know. Like it would take me a week maybe to find the right regular expression. Maybe I'll. It doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe it's like a dwarf kaboom. Like, kaboom. All right, I'll not go with regular expressions because we are gonna spend the next 5 streams troubleshooting the regular expression, unless Jason is with us, of course. So I will just do take Code and Coffee's served by the bills and count. Okay, and just copy this string and I remember particularly we are gonna change this. We are gonna change this in the next project. YAML, you should see their parser. Like you can find words and elements and nodes and beautiful. It's beautiful. Our work will be much less. Of course, taking their code is going to be huge because that part is really implemented inside their engine. So we have to extract that part, steal it somehow, and put it somewhere without removing the things. I never called myself this. And this is why I'm very happy that you and Code and Coffee are here. I'm not a Unix person. I'm a human being. Cool. And PHP. I'm not really declaring anything, of course. So. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna keep the message. Oops, what did I do? That's not good. Okay. We are going to do what? Leave this message and get the message itself. Let's say call input e.chatMessage message. This is going to be the input. Yeah. and then we say I'm a novice on the Mac. I'm gonna use this Mac as my gates to the Unix world. With you and Gordon Coffee next to me, I'll get better, but not now. Okay, we got the input, and we say input of kaboo index of kaboo. Index of will retain a number, right? The index. Yes. Index of kaboo. So it's var start of kaboom equals input inbox index of kaboo. We say, let's just make a lot of enters. If start of if start of kaboom all right, Jason, fair enough, I'll use it. But if it doesn't work, let's comment this one. Let me copy your regular expression. Now we have to install a regular expression package. Oh. Okay. Finally managed to copy. Is it? Even in .NET Core? Am I embarrassing myself? Okay. Alright. You already have this, you pasted this in the thingy. So you are looking for the match in input, correct? Where we are trying to see how many O's in kaboom, and then count of the groups of length is equal 1. Let's see. Is there using? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm embarrassing myself. Jason, you are amazing. All right. So let's see. We get the match if there is a match. So if we say this is count of matches, and we call this a match, if sorry, how do you know it's like if match succeeded? Sorry, this is the count of the O's, right? This is count not of matches, count of O's. It gives 0 if there are no matches. Okay. So I was correct. Am I correct like this? Okay. So then if it's zero, right. Okay. Yeah, because we are matching this in this group. Yeah. Right. I need to read the documentation more. Okay. Count of matches. Count of odds. Then if there's absolutely no match, regardless of the, we are not gonna check if there's kaboom, if there's nothing. So I'm gonna remove this. If count of odds is greater than 0, then stat equals count of odds. Otherwise, state equals 1. Oh, I'm happy that you're on the same page, because we're not gonna return less than 1. Yeah. Oh, yeah, correct. It's the same problem with that. Oh, same problem we had. Oh, what happened? You are absolutely true. Yeah, correct. You are absolutely correct. So only if there's a match, set it to, yeah. But then we have to do the same for fist, right? And then we should return. Or what do you think? You can just delete this. For st match of fist, count of fist. If the count fist no, we want the fist, man. It's part of the cool thing. So if count of fists are greater than 0, we say I want to set state to either 0, not less than 0. Yeah. So, but I want to discount. So state equals, just bear with me, I might be writing stupid code here. State equals minus count of fist. Yeah. So if I have 10 and fist is 3, I will scale down. Yeah. But if this is less than 0 or equals 0, then if it's less than 0 or 0, yeah, I agree. Let's do this as an increment. State equals max count of O's minus count of F's. Because you mean in the single message, if there's if there's because there's two issues here, right? There's if there is in the same message there is kaboom and fist. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's do this then. Yeah. But rather than doing that, I'm not gonna say state. Okay, I'll copy that thing. Something like this. And remove this one. Why is it upset? Count of fist. Yeah. What does it do? The first of two signed integers compared retains the larger of two signed integers. Okay, lovely. Should it be 1? It's state minus count of this, isn't it? There's two things here. There is the kaboom and fist that came in the same message, and there's the kabooms that we received before, and the fist that came earlier. State equals max between 0 and state plus the count of O's and yes. Oh yeah, I think this is it. Code and coffee. Yeah. If we have 5 fist, then we'd have -1. We want 0. Yeah, I think it's the last one. Yeah. Let me copy it. I have the weirdest setup here. Okay, let me explain to you why I keep looking left and right. I have here my preview. So I think this is I have the chat relay coming back from the web, so it's a little bit delayed compared to the one on my left, because my left one is very fast. This way I can see as fast as you can see. You can see the message as fast as you can see. Anyway, max of this. and it was math. Yeah, was it math? Math. All right, this means, let's just give it one last view. This means that Twitch's emojis are really, really weird. Sometimes I don't really understand what they are. I can't see. There must be a better way for myself to see this. Okay. Anyway, last check. The greater of these two. Okay. Like ship it. Okay. So if our state is 2, and we receive a kaboom, 3 kabooms, and 2 fists, then this becomes 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and this is what we are going to retain. Makes sense. So it's always increments. So if someone in the chat sent kaboom, 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 then we are going to jump to 6 instances, correct? Okay, this is very easy to be abused. Right. I think we need to change our deployment to put max of deployments. So I don't, my thingy does not. How do we do this? Should we do it? Kubernetes max pods. Max pods, is it? Max. Increase maximum pods per node. No. Deployment. Max deployment. Max deployment. Instances. And max to I need more tea. Water. I can wrap it in the max. No, let's just do it here. You know what? I'll trust you for this one. No. Let's just let's get deploying, updating, rolling back, scaling and deployment. Replicas, number of replicas. Where's max? Rolling update strategy max available, max unavailable. Suppose you want to use an auto scale deployment. Prevent hackers blowing out your resources. Right, it's on Minikube on my machine, so come on, there must be an easier way to find this. Kubernetes max deployment in replicas. YAML I don't think it's gonna help. Do you think that I might be I might have autocomplete minimum release we have max. There's no max. Maybe it's not on the specs. Template metadata spec max min nothing. Why is it upset now? Is it an HPA policy? Maybe it is actually. I thought it's a deployment constraint, not an HPA policy. So once you do the deployment, you can say I want maximum this amount of deployments of this. Or am I just dreaming? Maybe it is actually max. Wait a second. Maybe it's in the scaled object. Scaled object. I remember I saw it once. Trigger. I will not see it here. One second. I think it's in KEDA. It's not. Scalers. Docs. Concepts. Scaling deployments. Here you go. There you go. Thank you, Code and Coffee, as always. Max replica count in my is it YAML is tricky, so it's just about triggers. Maximum count is how much? 30? 30. Cool. All right, let's do this. Save this one. I will have to put my secret, the token. Oh, I missed the extension that we will build together. Access token, I'll get it from my, where is it? Give me my token. What? Copy, paste, save, close. Okay. Oh, God, don't make me nervous. I'm already nervous about trigger expression. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. What do we do right now? We changed the token, so we are going to create a new scaled object. Let's first delete it. Delete the scaled object. We're not going to apply it now. I want to create the image first. So Wait a second. Is gonna do the same. Why do we have? Oh, we have the scaled object as well. Let's check the images. Kaboom scaler 12 seconds ago. So the image is new. I'm gonna delete my deployment. That's better. Okay, delete. Okay, get deployment first. Okay, delete deployment kaboom. And then I'm going to apply this one again. So we are recreating the kaboom deployment from the new image that has the regular expression. Oh, we didn't log the findings of the count of the O's and ists. Okay. Anyway, we already changed the scalar for maximum counts, and we added the token. The scaled object. So apply the scaled object. Now, I think we can try. Let's open this thing too and see if I get metrics. It's -1. Kaboom. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? Is it 3? Still -1. Still -1 because probably the new was not invoked. The new was not invoked. So let's on another window here. Let's see what happens with our operator. What? Is there error messages? Let's do this again with this thing. And the bottom, we see that there's no errors. The scaled object was detected and created. Okay, so no problems on this side. On the other hand, let's see of the logs of kaboom. New is created and get metrics is created as well, but yeah. Yeah, these are the kabooms. Let's do this again. Now the fist is here. So it's retrieved. But state matrix value is always -1. Why that? Why? Number 42. How did you come to that conclusion? You're just teasing me. That's 69. How did you come to this conclusion? What are we... You're gonna get me in trouble, man. This one. So, Twitch message received. This one is definitely working, but it's not setting the state properly because we can see it's still -1. Correct? Add logging. Let's add logging. We say this thing in Twitch message received it's actually, you say state before equals state match of count of O's, count of O's is count of O's I agree. Then it's an old image. I think it's an old image. Let's save this. Let's save this. I totally agree. Count of O's is this, and count of fist is fist. Okay, we log this. Now we exit. We stop this. We remove the deployment. And then we remove the image. And then we make sure that we don't have any images. Then we build what's with 69? Match groups. Oops. Oops. Okay. Sorry. Save. Let's rename this since we are here. Match of O's. Okay. Save. Again. Docker remove. Build. Good, good, good. Now, what do we do? What do we do? We apply. No, we don't apply. Yes, we apply. Apply not this scaled object, but the kaboom scaler. We do that. And then now I hope that scaled scaled object, I hope that the new will still be called. Oh, here you go, kaboom. There's only 3. Why is it 2? There you go, it's incrementing. Nice. Started from -1. Okay. Oh yeah, kaboom, yeah. Okay. Another one? 0 it is, actually. It is 0. But let's not go 0. Let's see if it's scaling. So, oh, it's scaling actually. Nice. But now the cooling period, I don't know, it's gonna start deleting now in 10 seconds. Nice, nice, nice. Lovely. Okay. Is it still? It's 0. Ah. I don't think it would. This is interesting. Actually, this is an interesting one because in the git metrics spic. Oh, here you go. It's deleting. Oh no. Oh. This is awesome. This is very nice to see. But actually, we should have put the max not 0. We should have put it 1, because we in the git metrics spic we said we need 1 deployment for each 1 integer of the metric. So if it's 0, what would that make? I don't know. I know that KEDA scales to 0. I know it does. But maybe the cooling period is not the same. No, at least we know that it's working. All right. So nice. Love it. All right. This is very good. we can remove one of the tasks here. Scale based on how many kaboom messages. This is tick. Wow, Jason, you're really pushing. Oh, check this out. Oh no. It's good that we put max 30. Auto scale awesomeness. It's really nice actually, isn't it? If you like, you can create your own scale, external scaler based on whatever you'd like, and then it would scale. Yeah. All right, I think we should, like, this is the longest stream I have ever made. Like, I usually say like 2 hours, but this was so much fun. You guys make it fun. Thank you so much for coming. You make it really worth doing. But the best. You are the best. Thank you so much. I think let me commit this. So I loved what Code and Copy said, not to leave loose ends. I will just put the secret again one last time. I will remove the token from the scaled object and commit so that I don't mistakenly push my token to code repository. One last check on our status. Git diff. This is the regular expressions. This is the tasks. And this is the maximum replica count. Cool. Alright. One last thing. I want to maybe just put some documentation in the code. And say yeah, find any message that find any word in the message that is a kaboom with no matter how many characters. Do the same for fist, and then find the difference and scale and set the metric to the difference as long as it is not less than 0. Okay, this should give some information. And then we can go back to the here, git add dot, git commit -m, scale based on how many O in kaboom and S in fist. Huge thanks to Sobel and Code and Coffee. I don't know if I put at. Is this the same handle? Maybe on GitHub it will figure it out. Oh, was it? Here's thanks to Coffee. How about this? Scale based on how many O in kaboom and S in fist. Yeah. I think this is a commit. What do you mean? Oh, your username. I know. Should I use your GitHub? Or maybe I should access it. Code and Coffee. Should I use your name? I know. Noobcat is probably the one who's going through the hardest part. I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. So to chat to Twitch friends. So all right, Jason, are you? Are you happy with that? Are you the same user on GitHub as well? Okay. Cool. No. We have one. How can I see the messages? Cool. Git push. This is awesome. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much. It's been awesome. And then hopefully we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Let's wrap it. Have a sweet good night. See you, fellas.